You know, we were very young. Our lives changed just like that, really quickly.
He was on a job, so there's that part. And then when you're talking about Diddy, you have all the other stuff that we've been hearing for years. Plus,
the drama surrounding the Combs family has hit a breaking point, and it's absolutely jaw-dropping. For years, Diddy, also known as Sean Combs, built an empire that seemed untouchable. From dominating the music scene to redefining luxury with his brands and throwing legendary parties, he crafted a public image as a mogul, visionary, and devoted family man. But now, that meticulously polished legacy is unraveling under the strain of scandal, allegations, and internal family turmoil. Let's just say the cracks in the facade are far deeper than anyone could have anticipated.
Now, so what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that?
As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released.
It all began with Diddy's arrest a few months ago, sending shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. The charges against him, let's just say they're not the kind you can quietly brush aside. While Diddy's legal battles have taken center stage in the headlines, it's the heartbreaking ripple effects within his family that are capturing everyone's attention. The once flawless, unified image they worked decades to maintain has crumbled, giving way to whispers of betrayal, financial disputes, and internal power struggles. Adding fuel to the fire, leaked footage has surfaced allegedly showing Diddy's son Christian Combs in a heated clash with his grandmother Janice Combs. Yes, you read that right. This drama has spilled out of the courtroom and straight into the family living room.
Yeah, but so there's still, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Everything is still active even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore. And the people may be fatigued like we talked about prior to.
If you're wondering how things unraveled so dramatically, let's take a step back. For years, Diddy meticulously curated an image as the ultimate family man. Lavish vacations, extravagant birthday parties, and perfectly coordinated holiday photos were all part of the brand. He proudly showcased his close bond with his children, often calling them his greatest accomplishment. Despite a hectic career and high-profile relationships, Diddy always seemed to make time for his family. It was a story of love, loyalty, and unity that many admired, or at least believed. But as the old saying goes, not everything that glitters is gold.
I think the most important thing, even more important than the passport, is that Mr. Combs came to New York on September 5th. As soon as we realized that this indictment was going to be coming down in a matter of weeks, maybe months, but sometime soon, Mr. Combs got on a plane, left his home in Florida, flew to New York. I called the prosecutors myself. I said, Mr. Combs is in New York. Do you want to know where he is?
When Diddy's legal troubles began, his family appeared to rally around him, with his children, Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, and twins Jesse and Delilah, releasing a public statement expressing unwavering support and criticizing the media for spreading false narratives, calling the ordeal devastating. However, insiders reveal that tensions within the family have been brewing for months, and his legal issues have only brought them to the surface, particularly disputes over how to manage Diddy's frozen assets. Reportedly, his mother, Janice Combs, and his son Christian have been at odds over control of the family's finances, with arguments becoming increasingly heated. Janice has remained a staunch defender of her son, dismissing the allegations against him as exaggerated and arguing that his decision to settle a lawsuit with an ex-girlfriend was a strategic move rather than an admission of guilt, while acknowledging in an interview that Diddy may not have been entirely truthful about some details. She insisted that the truth and lies are often so intertwined that they become difficult to separate, further complicating public perception of the scandal.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes,
new.
there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
Despite her public display of support, Janice Combs' relationship with her grandson Christian has reportedly grown increasingly strained. Insiders suggest that Christian, who has taken on a more prominent role within the family, feels that Janice is overly controlling when it comes to financial decisions. Tensions came to a head recently when leaked footage allegedly captured a heated argument between the two. While the specifics of the conflict remain unclear, sources close to the family indicate it stemmed from disagreements over the management of Diddy's assets amid his legal troubles. The footage reportedly shows Christian raising his voice while Janice appears visibly upset. a stark contrast to the unified front the family has worked hard to project publicly.
Sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at
Okay.
a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotape.
Christian isn't the only family member clashing with Janice Combs. Other relatives have also voiced frustrations over her increasingly hands-on approach. One insider described the situation as a tug-of-war, with Janice on one side and Diddy's children on the other. Everyone's under so much stress right now, and it's bringing out the worst in people, the source explained. Janice believes she's the only one who truly understands Diddy's wishes, but his children feel it's their time to step up and take control. Adding to the tension is Christian's personal life, which has sparked a fresh wave of controversy. A woman named Grace has made shocking allegations against him, claiming he acted inappropriately toward her during a yacht party last year and became aggressive when she tried to distance herself. Grace alleges the situation escalated to a deeply disturbing level, leaving her traumatized and unable to...
Did in fact occur, their argument is more than likely going to be that this activity was consensual, that this person was a willing participant, and not only that, but that these individuals assumed the risk of being present at those parties, of engaging and voluntarily engaging in this conduct and being in those spaces, consuming alcohol and things of that nature.
As if the situation weren't already complicated enough, Christian's strained relationship with his grandmother has reportedly left him feeling isolated within the family. Sources say he's been relying heavily on his siblings, particularly Justin and Quincy, for support, but even those relationships have been tested by the ongoing drama. Justin, who has faced his own controversies, is said to be struggling to maintain any sense of normalcy amid the chaos, while Quincy, who has largely stayed out of the spotlight, is reportedly torn between standing by his siblings and distancing himself from the scandal. The family's internal struggles have been further exacerbated by the relentless media frenzy surrounding Diddy's legal case. Every new development brings fresh scrutiny, turning the Combs name into a lightning rod for controversy. From tabloid headlines to rampant speculation on social media, their private battles are unfolding on a very public stage. And while they've made efforts to present a united front, the cracks in their facade are becoming increasingly difficult to conceal.
Pretty early in the proceedings, I think it's only been about a month or a month and a half since he's been arraigned and held in detention. And so the investigations are always going to be a continuous and ongoing process. I'm sure at this point there's been an exchange of discovery. And not only that, but I think there's been a gag order placed on the attorneys with information that they can and cannot share. But more importantly,
perhaps the most telling sign of the family's unraveling is the role reversal happening behind the scenes. With Diddy unable to manage his business and public image from behind bars, his children have stepped in to fill the void. Christian, in particular, has taken on a more prominent role, even managing Diddy's social media accounts in an effort to maintain the family's brand. While these efforts may be well-meaning, they've also laid bare the deep divides within the family. They're trying to keep it together, but the cracks are showing, one insider remarked. It's like watching a house of cards collapse in slow motion. At the same time, Janice continues to act as the family's matriarch, but her hands-on approach has reportedly alienated some family members, especially Christian. The leaked footage of their argument has only fueled speculation that the family is crumbling from within. With new allegations and lawsuits surfacing almost weekly, it's becoming increasingly difficult to imagine how they'll be able to recover.
Guys, we are lucky to have Precious Miora here, and she's been at the Diddy parties, and she's about to spill some...
As the Combs family navigates this storm, one thing is undeniable. The carefully crafted facade of unity they've maintained for years is crumbling under immense pressure. Whether they can rebuild remains uncertain, but for now, the drama shows no signs of slowing. With new revelations surfacing almost daily, the world is watching closely as one of Hollywood's most iconic families faces their most challenging chapter yet. The allegations against Christian Combs have sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, but they're just one piece of a much larger, more troubling puzzle. The drama doesn't stop with Christian. It's as if the entire Combs family is under a magnifying glass, with every move dissected and every secret on the verge of exposure. From whispered scandals to explosive lawsuits, the once glamorous image of this high-profile dynasty is unraveling faster than anyone could have predicted.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet's The Interview, the series where we get in depth with amazing people, and I'm so honored to have this special guest with us here. Precious Muir, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, my love?
I'm great. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm making sure I center you a little bit more. There we go. So honored to have you here. You have some stories to tell. You've survived the white parties.
Let's dive right into the heart of this chaos, Grace's accusations against Christian Combs, which have sent shockwaves through everyone. According to her lawsuit, the yacht party, initially presented as a wholesome family gathering, quickly devolved into a chaotic scene, with an atmosphere that Grace described as overwhelming and deeply unsettling. She claims that Christian's behavior toward her became inappropriate almost immediately, escalating from unwanted attention to something far more aggressive. The details are chilling, with Grace alleging that Christian cornered her in a private room and tried to force her into something she didn't consent to. It wasn't until someone else entered the room that she managed to escape, but by then the damage had already been done. Grace's account doesn't stop there. She says that following the incident, she was expected to continue working as though nothing had happened. Can you imagine trying to maintain a professional front while dealing with...
Okay, so basically I was a Playboy bunny. So a Playboy bunny representing New York State. The reason why I need to clarify this is when you're a Playboy bunny, you are part of the corporation, and you are a bunny, and you do have a title and you wear a uniform, but you don't get a month.
What's clear is that the Combs family is facing a reckoning like never before. The once iconic name, synonymous with success and luxury, is now being dragged through the mud, with new allegations emerging almost daily. While they've weathered scandals in the past, this time feels different. The cracks in their facade are too deep, the accusations too serious, and the fallout too widespread for them to simply bounce back. So, where does the Combs family go from here? Can they rebuild their empire? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of the most influential families in entertainment? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the world will be watching every step of the way. As more details emerge and new allegations come to light, the Combs family saga is far from over, and it's anyone's guess how it will end. What do you think? Is the Combs family dynasty truly crumbling, or will they rise from the ashes? And how much responsibility should Diddy take for his son's actions? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more celebrity news and updates. See you in the next video.